The internet, a vast and ever-expanding digital universe. We use it for work, for play, for connecting with loved ones across the globe. It's a tool that has revolutionized the way we live, bringing the world closer together and making information accessible at our fingertips. But beneath the surface of the everyday internet, the one we all know and use, lies a hidden world. This world is not visible to the average user and requires special tools to access. A place shrouded in secrecy and anonymity. This hidden layer of the internet is where users can operate without revealing their identities. This is the dark web. It's a part of the internet that is intentionally concealed and requires specific software to access. Accessing the dark web isn't as simple as typing a web address into your browser. It involves using specialized software designed to keep your activities hidden. It requires specialized software, often called Tor or the Onion router, which masks your IP address and bounces your communications through a complex network of relays, making it nearly impossible to trace your online activity. This ensures that users can browse and communicate without fear of being tracked. The dark web is often confused with the deep web, but they are not the same. While both are hidden from standard search engines, their purposes and uses are quite different. The deep web simply refers to parts of the internet not indexed by standard search engines, such as online banking portals or cloud storage services. These are everyday services that require authentication to access. The dark web, however, is intentionally hidden and often used for illicit activities. It's a place where illegal transactions and activities can take place away from the prying eyes of law enforcement. Imagine a bustling marketplace, but instead of fruits and vegetables, the vendors are peddling stolen credit card information, drugs, weapons, and even more sinister offerings like hacking tools and hitman services. This underground market operates in the shadows, away from the regulations and oversight of the surface web. This is the reality of the dark web. It's a place where illegal activities thrive and anonymity is both a shield and a weapon. It's a place where anonymity reigns supreme and criminals operate with relative impunity. The lack of accountability makes it a breeding ground for all sorts of nefarious activities. The dark web is a dangerous and unsettling place, but it's important to understand its existence and the threats it poses. Awareness is the first step in protecting oneself from its dangers. In the following sections, we'll delve deeper into the dark web, exploring the types of crimes that occur there, the devastating impact on victims, and the ongoing efforts of law enforcement to combat this growing problem. We'll also look at how individuals can protect themselves and their information from falling into the wrong hands. The dark web operates as a digital underworld, a virtual black market where criminals can trade in illegal goods and services with a perceived sense of anonymity. This hidden part of the internet is not accessible through standard search engines and requires special software such as Tor to access. The dark web's architecture is designed to keep users' identities and locations anonymous, making it a haven for illicit activities. It's a stark reminder that the reach of the internet extends far beyond cat videos and social media, harboring a dark underbelly of criminal activity. While the surface web is filled with everyday activities and entertainment, the dark web is a stark contrast, filled with illegal transactions and nefarious dealings that most internet users are blissfully unaware of. One of the most prevalent activities on the dark web is the buying and selling of stolen data. This data can include anything from social security numbers to medical records, and it is often sold in bulk to the highest bidder. The value of this stolen data is immense, as it can be used for a variety of fraudulent activities. Hackers and identity thieves use this clandestine marketplace to sell troves of stolen credit card numbers, banking credentials, and personal information, often obtained through data breaches or phishing scams. These cybercriminals are constantly evolving their tactics to stay ahead of security measures, making it a continuous battle for individuals and organizations to protect their data. These stolen identities are then used to commit financial fraud, opening credit cards in victims' names, draining bank accounts, and wreaking havoc on their financial lives. Victims often face long and arduous processes to reclaim their identities and restore their financial standing, with some never fully recovering from the damage. But the dark web's offerings extend far beyond stolen data. It is a sprawling marketplace where almost anything illegal can be bought and sold, from counterfeit documents to human trafficking services. The anonymity provided by the dark web makes it difficult for law enforcement to track and shut down these operations. It's a virtual bazaar for illicit substances, with online drug marketplaces peddling everything from marijuana and prescription medications to heroin and fentanyl. These transactions are often conducted using cryptocurrencies, which provide an additional layer of anonymity and make it harder to trace the money flow. These online drug dens often operate with a veneer of legitimacy, complete with customer reviews and vendor ratings, masking the dangerous reality of their trade. This system of reviews and ratings helps to build trust between buyers and sellers, despite the illegal nature of their transactions. The dark web also caters to those seeking illegal firearms and weapons. From handguns to assault rifles, a wide array of weaponry is available for purchase, often with no questions asked. This unregulated market poses a significant risk to public safety. Buyers and sellers, hidden behind layers of encryption and anonymity, can engage in arms trafficking, often circumventing traditional gun control measures. The use of encrypted communication channels makes it nearly impossible for authorities to intercept and prevent these transactions. This easy access to weapons poses a significant threat, potentially fueling violence and crime in the real world. The dark web's role in facilitating these illegal activities underscores the need for increased vigilance and more robust cybersecurity measures to combat this hidden menace. The crimes committed on the dark web are not victimless. They are far-reaching and insidious, affecting countless lives in ways that are often invisible to the naked eye. They leave a trail of devastation in their wake, impacting individuals, businesses, and society as a whole. The ripple effects of these crimes can be felt long after the initial attack, creating a sense of unease and vulnerability. Understanding the human cost of these crimes is crucial in comprehending the severity of the threat posed by the dark web. It's not just about stolen data or financial loss, it's about the emotional and psychological toll on victims. For individuals, falling victim to cybercrime can be financially and emotionally devastating. The sense of personal violation and the breach of trust can be overwhelming. Imagine logging into your bank account only to discover it emptied, your life savings wiped out by an unseen criminal operating in the shadows of the dark web. The shock and disbelief can be paralyzing. The feeling of violation, the loss of security, and the long and arduous process of recovering from identity theft can have long-lasting consequences. Victims often face years of financial instability and emotional distress. Businesses, too, are frequent targets of cybercrime originating from the dark web. The stakes are incredibly high, with potential losses reaching into the millions. Data breaches can expose sensitive customer information, leading to reputational damage, financial losses, regulatory fines, and legal battles. The trust that customers place in a business can be shattered in an instant. The cost of recovering from a major cyber attack can cripple even large corporations, forcing some out of business and leaving countless employees jobless. The economic impact can be devastating, affecting not just the company but the wider community. The impact of dark web crimes extends beyond individual victims and businesses. It permeates through society, creating a pervasive sense of insecurity and mistrust. The proliferation of illegal drugs and firearms facilitated by these online marketplaces fuels addiction, violence, and crime in communities around the world. The dark web acts as a conduit for these dangerous goods, making them more accessible than ever before. The anonymity and reach of the dark web empower criminal networks, making it more challenging for law enforcement agencies to track their activities and bring them to justice. The battle against cybercrime is ongoing, requiring constant vigilance and adaptation. As we navigate this digital age, it's crucial to support victims and work towards stronger cybersecurity measures. Communities must come together to provide support and resources for those affected, fostering resilience and recovery. Governments, businesses, and individuals all have a role to play in combating cybercrime. By working together, we can create a safer digital environment and mitigate the devastating consequences of these crimes. The story of Silk Road, once the most notorious online black market, serves as a stark reminder that even in the perceived anonymity of the dark web, justice can prevail, eventually. Launched in 2011, Silk Road operated as a hidden online marketplace where users could buy and sell illicit goods, primarily drugs, anonymously using Bitcoin, a cryptocurrency designed for anonymity. Under the pseudonym Dread Pirate Roberts, Silk Road's founder, Ross William Ulbricht, presided over a digital empire built on illegal transactions. The site's sophisticated infrastructure, coupled with the perceived anonymity of the dark web, allowed it to flourish, attracting a global user base and facilitating millions of dollars in illegal drug sales. However, Silk Road's reign of anonymity was not to last. In 2013, after a multi-year investigation, the FBI shut down Silk Road and arrested Ulbricht. The operation involved undercover agents infiltrating the marketplace, tracing Bitcoin transactions, and ultimately identifying Ulbricht as the mastermind behind Dread Pirate Roberts. Ulbricht's arrest and the subsequent seizure of Silk Road sent shockwaves through the dark web, shattering the illusion of invincibility that had pervaded these hidden corners of the internet. It served as a high-profile reminder that law enforcement agencies were actively working to combat cybercrime, even in the seemingly impenetrable depths of the dark web.